We know scientifically that in the genetics of the black man, there's a black germ and a brown germ, a dominant gene and a recessive gene. If you keep mixing the recessive genes together, it starts to break down and produce a lighter pigmentation, meaning it loses melanin. Out of you came all of this. The Caucasian is the last remnant that you shot out of yourself.
This is from Molecular Biology and Evolution, and it clearly states if your heritage is non-African. If you are not a so-called black person, you are 93% human and 7% Neanderthal. The man on the top right is not Caucasian. He's an albino Dravidian. Caucasoids come from Dravidians. This is basic science. Your people clearly acknowledge that y'all have genetically engineered origins, bruh. I'm not being racist. I'm letting you guys know where you come from and letting you know that we're not the same at all. I love everybody, trust me. I would like for you to answer this question for me. If we are the same, why is it that every time a carbonated person have sex with a Caucasoid, we can get red blood cell hemolysis? Let's say if a Caucasian man and a carbonated woman have babies, as soon as his Rh positive seed goes inside of her, it immediately gets to breaking down the protein in her red blood cells. That process is known as red blood cell hemolysis, and that's why the carbonated woman would have to get the RhoGAM shot, because her body's trying to immediately kill that offspring, because her body's saying, wait, there's a monkey in me, pretty much. So that's why they get the RhoGAM shot to stop that process. And vice versa. If my seed goes inside of the Caucasoid woman, remember, our tube sucks in as well. It don't just pushes out. So I'll be sucking in all of her fluids, and I'll also have red blood cell hemolysis. And all type of other blood diseases that we can get from doing that type of stuff together as well. You would think that I learned my lesson by putting these type of videos out, because this is probably the reason why my last account got banned. This is not racism. I don't hate nobody. I'm just educating you on something you've been misinformed about.
Alright, so I've just been out biking for sort of 10 to 20 minutes with wet hair, because it's summer now, apparently, and I came back and my hair smells like wet dog, and I don't know why this happens. I've heard it only happens to white people, and I'm pretty sure it's true, because I know a lot of white people that smell like this after being outside the entire day. There's something in our hair and in the city air that does this. It just smells like wet dog, so if you know why, please put it in the comments, because this is an interesting scientific thing to research. Pretty stupid, but interesting nonetheless.
White people did not exist before 1681. Again, white people did not exist on planet Earth until 1681. Number two, any claim that this group called white people, any claim that that group is rooted in biology or derived from genes or biology, or is innate or is from nature, is a lie. Third and final point, as a matter of foundational law, actually let me say it this way, white supremacy has been embedded in the United States of America from its founding as a matter of law. Now, I don't expect you to buy all that, to get all that, to believe all that, at least not now. A slew of laws were passed in the decades after Bacon's Rebellion and continued to get passed into the first quarter of the next century. The first slew of laws included the prohibition of free blacks from holding public office, the prohibition of blacks and native tribal members from marrying whites, the requirement that whites, upon completion of their terms of service, be paid goods including guns and gunpowder, a prohibition of free blacks possessing a weapon. We're going to come back to that. The prohibition of blacks testifying against whites. These laws began to give different meaning to these labels that prior to this moment just referenced where your nation of origin was. Not anymore. Here were the lessons from Bacon's Rebellion. A united labor force is a threat to the form of capitalism taking hold within the colonies. Virginia lawmakers wrote letters to the Oversight Authority in London explaining that they intended to pursue a divide and conquer strategy in order to prevent future rebellion. It's only after Bacon's Rebellion that we see the emergence of white people as a group of humanity. Let's think about this for a minute. 1681, some lawmakers invent a new label for a group of people.